Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and/or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always clean. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
That is probably a little bit better. That's what happens when you're only thinking about yourself, because I'm the only one here today. Welcome, Good Friday. This is a day that we've set out to recognize and to acknowledge those people that are out there serving. We are the People's Patriot Project. I'm Mark Peterson. Normally, you see two other people here with us. Andrea Eichmann's off taking care of things that she needs to take care of. And we also have our new Dan Hudson, who is our Director of Artist Development, who is formerly Check 6, still Check 6, still working on his things. We've got Timothy Allen Franklin in the house with FWM Design. Sorry, it took a minute for that to get me out the brain. And we also got the amazing Tony Turner in the house. Good to have you here, brother. Awesome to have you, and also to have all those others that are trickling in. Why do we come on here and do the debrief? It gives me a chance to sit here and talk to you without my pants on for a little bit. And it also gives me a chance to share with you, it's usually a we, the things that the People's Patriot Project has been working on. The amazing thing is, because of the network that has been established to help take care of veterans and first responders, we got Brian Gibson from Forward Operating Base Rush down in Illinois. It's a little different when I've got to run the balance of all the things that are going on here. Normally we got a team of people doing this, and that's not a complaint. It's just where we're at today. So bear with me. I know it's probably not as pretty as it normally is, and that's okay. This is usually the show of the Beauty and the Two Beasts, and You just getting one beast today. So let's run down real quick what we've gotten done this last week. This has been a little bit of a week of recalibration for myself after the amazing event we had in Granite Falls, Minnesota with the Ride to Remember crew. We're going to get to a little something later. Still don't have graphics up and everything for you, but bear with me. We'll talk about our podcast this last Sunday. We had the amazing opportunity to have Scott Jones of American Warrior Garage. Scott has got this amazing passion of pay it forward and going out and making sure those people that have disabilities and have served have a reliable vehicle for their transportation. He puts in hand controls, foot controls, the things that some of our veterans and first responders have succumbed to because of disability, because of amputations, because of injury and this and that. He makes sure, and he goes out there and he finds the funding for it, gets it taken care of, and helps these members readjust to civilian life through this vehicle, and B, he also helps with job training as well. So love having Scott on the show. Just an amazing heart and drive and passion for service, and I appreciate the man so much. And keep watching out for American Warrior Garage and what Scott Jones is doing out there. He's based out of Georgia, and he does stuff all over the country. Then we had a kind of a mix of music on Sunday night. We had the WeP3 crew kind of pick the favorites. I've got one that's I'm attached to, and it just because of the message in it, but CJ Garden, Ferris wheel. We might even end on that one today because I know today's been a Ferris wheel, but it is what it is, and we keep moving forward. And you know what? Had some great conversations with veterans. You know what? Maybe this is just the time to have this conversation. Sometimes if you're that guy, gal, veteran, first responder, could be general living, could be just life all in general, and you get these thoughts that are in your head and you don't know what to do with them. And I had someone reach out to me today, and he says, hey, I got some stuff I wanted to put down. I don't know where it's going. And I'm just going to read it. It's raw, it's real, and it's what I know this person and others are dealing with. And I'm going to put it out as a post later and see some conversations. But this is the raw, the real that we get to deal with on the daily. I'm going to tell you, man, this last week we were running. We were doing this event. That's the fun stuff. We enjoyed the fun stuff. And in the fun stuff, there's some things that aren't always so much fun. And it's learning curves. And it's we use the word, it's against the law in our organization to use the word curveball because I think I overused it, and it was used every day, and it was used a lot. And you know what? When it came down to it, we smacked the crud out of that curveball. But we don't use the word this anymore. It's stuff, man. It's stuff that's not on your path and you weren't ready for. I want to go ahead and read this, and bear with me. It's real and it's raw, and we'll just talk about what we need to talk about. A lot of shame and embarrassment in this one. And this isn't a cry for help. I definitely don't need anybody thinking that. I just don't know what to do. What do you do when you reach the bottom? When you have no job, no money, no hope, no clue, no idea, or any sense of direction? What do you do when you work your ass off and it leads to failure? Over and over again. Wash, rinse, repeat. For the last 10 years, what do you do I lost my spot. I apologize. Um, what do you do when you look over your wife and kids and realize you're not enough? Not enough to support them like a man should be able to support his family. What do you do when your kids realize it and start asking things like, why do you work so much but never have money? I truly hope nobody else ever knows what that feels like. There's a lot that I can do. I actually have a lot of talents, none of which put any food on the table, unfortunately. I've sacrificed and given up so much in life, and for what? Here I am again, twiddling my damn thumbs. I've always had this feeling like I'm supposed to be more than I am, way more. But right now I feel absolutely nothing but emptiness and confusion. Definitely lost and 100% defeated as a man. Where do I go from here? What lesson am I supposed to be learning from this? Because I'm not even close to finding an answer at this point. I'm so tired of this repetitive cycle, 10 years and counting. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've been walked all over, chewed up and spit out, lied to, used, and I've always kept pushing. I've been so many of my friends find success. I've seen so many of my friends find success, and I'm truly happy for everyone who has figured out or something close to having it figured out. I just hope that one day all this struggle and work will pay off. Right now, it just isn't happening for me or my family, and I'm not asking for help or money. I'll figure it out somehow. I appreciate the fact that this former soldier reached out to me and shared these words. I don't think it's words that too many of us probably have thought, felt, or uttered at some point in their life. And my heart goes out to them. I've had a conversation with them, and we're gonna bash this curveball into the next levels, man. Um, we are with you, and you're not going to do this alone as long as you're part of the WeP3 network. Timothy has said, and I appreciate this, Timothy. Thank you for sharing that. It sucks when someone is kind of in their spot and no one wants to hear, yeah, I've been through that too. And that's not an attack. That is just, I I get it. And I know that we will do it together as a team, as a nation, a patriot nation, and we will grab our brother and sisters and lift them up when we can, where we can, how we can. That's the mission of the People's Patriot Project. We do what we can with what we have. And that's an awesome part because I'm really excited to have Tim Allen Franklin and FWM design with us. They're working on some pretty big things, and we're excited about that. And I'm hoping that it's one of those things that turns what we're trying to get done. I really feel like being transparent here and kind of just share the conversation. We haven't had a chance to have Tim on yet. And the other day I noticed that Tim did a post, and zero attack, brother. Just hear me through on this one. And I noticed that he was using the name of someone that we had just recently had on our show. And I had pinned out this long conversation about love having you around, love you in the network, love working with you. Let's make sure that we're constantly moving forward, which I know he is. He's working his tail off. I see it every single day. I see the correspondence. I see the threads. I don't get to participate as much as I'd like to. And my point was, if and when this pops, my only ask is take care of those that you see are doing the work. because there's a lot of organizations and there's a lot of people out there that are claiming they're doing something or saying that they have something, and they're not doing much. Now, don't get me wrong. I always call this our tackle box. I always call this as an opportunity, and we reach people through different tools. We reach different people through different tools. And I appreciate you. Tim, we're going to get you on. I promise. This is a debrief. If I knew yesterday what I knew today, maybe today would even have been a good day to have you on. But it is what it is. We're moving forward. Miss Eichmann, good to see you.
Hello, good to see you too. Sorry about my late entrance. I was finding a place where I could actually be online. So
we have a very stringent rule that I don't allow Miss Eichmann to drive around during our show. And so I'm glad you're following the rules for once.
Yes, thank you. Just once, I'll follow the rules, I guess. I'm telling you, I made sure that you can see that my door was open because the vehicle won't move with the door open. So you can rest assured.
Yeah, but you drive that thing like Fred Flintstone drives his car. You do that foot thing. So that's.
I should be okay. I can't go fast like that. It's all right.
Yeah, lots of stuff, and we've been doing our thing. So I was talking about the music before we jumped into this. I don't want to get deep into R2R yet but one of our gifted and talented musicians that were on not our show, but we showcased this last weekend was Shannon Book with You're Not Alone. I personally feel that is the anthem, and my goodness, during the event, he sang it 2 times. He sang it at the beginning of the event before the ride took off, and he did it during the show. And during the show, he had everyone who had lost someone to suicide come up on stage.
There were a lot of people.
This shit's got to stop, man. This shit's got to stop.
Mm-hmm. This is a tiny town, and granted, it was a big ride, but all those people on the stage.
It's this is where I get aggressive. I get a little feisty, and you heard my little swear word, which I really try hard not to throw out
beep,
there.
Beep.
Yep. Beep, beep, beep. The shit's got to stop, folks. We are, and again, like I know a lot of people are working on stuff. It's not coming fast enough. If you've ever been on the other side of a 911 call and they've said the people are coming, it's never fast enough. Your heart is in a spot, and I only know the other side. I guess I do know a couple occasions, but I know the side of being on the first responder side, and we can't get there fast enough either. We can't get there fast enough. We need all of you. We need everyone to be involved. We need to have your boots on the ground. We need, if you're not doing anything, find something. What are you doing? And I know there are people doing it, but we're losing 17 to 75 people a day, people. And it's just not good enough. And I can tell you what we're doing. That's why we're here, to show people what we're doing. And there's a lot of good people and good organizations out there doing amazing things. So you're not alone. There wasn't a dry eye. I swear there wasn't a dry eye in the county if you were in listening distance of that song at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also, I remember CJ. I remembered Not Alone. What was our other song on Sunday?
Ferris wheel, Not Alone. Oh, Sal. It was the Hero.
Oh, Sal Gonzalez.
Yeah.
I am sorry, Sal. Again, another song that he wrote the song after losing some brothers. He's lost his own leg, and his dad is calling him a hero. And Sal's quote in the song is, "The heroes are the ones that didn't come home, Dad." I
What are you doing? Is it smoky over there?
That one
Smoky.
we can't stop. And I'm thank God there are men and women in this country and in this world that are willing to put their lives on the line so 90% of this country doesn't even have to consider it.
Right.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. And I have a hard time saying thank you to families who've lost loved ones to this, because that's not a thank you. That's a I am sorry. I wish there's more we could do for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no idea that today's debrief would be so emotional.
Oh, way to go. That's not how my notes were reading. So that's curious. Look, you guys, we let him on his own once, and he wants you all jumping in that. I was going to bring this up just in case I can't get on Sunday as well. But because we include this first responder piece, I had a very interesting conversation on, there's a lot of
noise.
There's a lot of golf carts.
You're at like some retirement center for old fogies.
In case they're listening. The wrestling parents will wake it up tonight. I'm pretty sure.
Are you looking for a place to live, Eichmann?
No, this is not going to be right. This is too far away from everything. Anyway.
When's your Geritol shot?
Listen, shh. This is what I was going to say. I had a conversation. And so I've had several asks, not being a service person myself. Why do you do this? What's your in? And I really put a lot of thought. I'll share my complete answer. But as I shared that answer with another service member, disabled, I got a little bit of I learned. It was a teaching moment for that person. And because, the whole thank you thing, and what do we say as civilians? How should we thank you? And there was some conversation about really what's the freedoms that I was over in another country fighting for other people. It wasn't really your freedom I was fighting for. And I get that. That doesn't make it less respectful in my mind. And so we still want to thank you because you did make that choice. And you have that training, and at any minute you could be called to fight for my freedom. And I'm over here buying a jelly donut at the local bakery, not even knowing what's going on, right? So I want to recognize our first responders. You guys are the ones right now protecting our freedoms more intensely in the moment every day. Police officers and those who have left the profession, I still want to thank you. I would beg you to come back, but maybe not wherever you left, because I get it. Police officers, law enforcement officers, all our deputies and our patrolmen and our security people. My gosh, we need you at home, keeping our freedoms safe right now. There's so much out there in this world, not that one, this one.
And why? Why would you want to do one of those? I'm sorry.
I know.
Go. Boom. We have a freaking leader in this area, and I'll do this as best as I can. It isn't political, but some of you will know where my area is, and he's getting mad because the people that want to be police officers haven't come to the call, because there is like 50 short, I think it was. It might even be higher, 70 short to meet the quota on a community that said,
we don't want them.
We don't need you anymore.
We want them. 400 officers left this particular city in the last year. 400, 11%, 11 to 12% of them left because they're not respected. They've been told they're not wanted. You spit in my face. I don't want to be there either.
I support all of them who don't want to be there, and I support them. And I'm like, put your little hard hat on there, buddy, and go out there to the streets and do the job that you wanted them to do. That's what I say. And This is
There,
stuff
sorry I brought that. I brought that
Yeah,
one up.
here we go,
I was
Eichmann. You're
just bringing
blowing up my show again.
another thank you. And then honestly, I had such an awesome conversation, which was kind of the opposite of what I've been thinking at times. And by the way, I just want to tell you guys this. So I'm almost in Canada, and from the Twin Cities to this part of the world, um, there's some really strong patriots out here, and they really let their opinions be heard loudly with their signs and their flags. It's quite an amazing drive, mostly. So yeah. Woo.
Just because they stand on a certain political side doesn't mean that they're a patriot either.
Oh, it doesn't mean they're good people necessarily either.
Right.
I got you on that.
Put that out there.
I got you on that one.
We don't have to dance that dance. So amazing stuff going on, people. Thank you. Amazing show this last weekend. Remember, every Monday we have Miss Sugar Rose and her Motivation Monday. I don't even know if we yes, there we go. She comes and she fills your cup with positivity and how she gets through her days when, you know what, it doesn't really feel like a day to get through. And there's always a conversation to be had.
She shares some good stories. She's had a couple really awesome guests. Ultimately, it's the motivation. Ultimately, she's looking to help with. I don't know if you guys caught it either, but I had a Wednesday wellness post. Did you catch it? Short, sweet, and to the point. And it's all about your wellness, your mental wellness. So check it out. I haven't done one for like 2 years.
Boom.
Yeah, go get it.
If you are around Minnesota in the area next weekend on August 27th, we've got an amazing event. You do have to RSVP for this event, and you do that real easily through info@thepeoplespatriotproject.org. We'll make sure you've got all the finer details. I do know that there are some promotions out there that share all the details, but because this is on a private property, we want to make sure that the proprietors of that property have a little bit of a control of what is showing up onto their property and this and that. We've got Blind Joe coming to Minnesota. Actually, he's in Minnesota, so he's in Minnesota. He'll travel in Minnesota to be in Minnesota.
No, North Dakota. I think he's from North Dakota.
No, not true. And we got Joe Reinke, who's from North Dakota, Kim Pitcher, and Stuart James, 2 veterans in there, and then a VA nurse who just want to share their passion, their drive, their whole thing. Just Sam's good to see you, brother. And you know what? We're going to eat a little piggy. We're going to get a little jiggy.
Just kidding.
We're not doing the Kumbaya. That's going to be Andrea's song. We're going to let Andrea do the Kumbaya that night.
Nope.
We're hoping for hugs. We're hoping for some good chow, good drink, and some good comradeship is what we're going to be dancing for. I know Miss Schroeder's she's a dancer, so she'll get her dance on.
Heck yeah. Yep, she'll be having a cute outfit on.
This is a chance to come see us live in action and what we do for veterans and first responders. It is, I'll give you a hint, because it's not in the Minneapolis area, and that might sway your decision of whether you're going. It is up by Detroit Lakes. And so it is a little bit of a haul, but this was right for us this year and at this time. And so that's the way we went with this event this year. This weekend, we got your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. We got Sean Lowry, who has been blazing down the path of sending positivity messages. We actually banter back and forth a little bit on occasion, just little twists and tweaks into messaging. and looking to make things just it's too easy. I mean, it goes back to the message we had today. I don't know that it fixes everything, but we had a veteran get their shit off their chest. And maybe it can be used for some good. Reach out to us. And this, I'm mixing some messages here. Reach out to us if you have that need, because we're here for you. We will commit the time to make sure that we can help lighten your load and make sure that there is at least an option for another day. And so that's the only thing that we ask. Do your buddy checks right now. We do them by the 6-pack only because it's easy. Texting isn't. I missed an opportunity at the event last week because we had some technical difficulties at the beginning, and I wanted to get up there and raise my phone on the stage and say, everyone in this audience right now has one of these on their possession. How hard would it be for you right now? We can do it right now. How hard would it be right now to reach out to someone in your world and say, with you, or just checking on you, or a billion hats? So I'm going to go find one I haven't talked to for a while.
I would join you, but I'm on my phone right now, so
I get it.
I will do it as soon as I get off the phone.
Done. That's how quack.
That's
How
a quack. You're a quack.
I know I'm a quack. So I've done my check 6 or Battle Buddy check 6. Check 6 is another organization.
Now you're bringing that. Now you're bringing Dan into the picture.
I know. Damn Dan.
You better check on him.
He's
then.
busy too. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick. WeP3 Radio. If you've been looking for it, we apologize. We had to make a decision to switch platforms. Our amazing Nikki Flowers out there has got it under control, and we will be launching it again. It's not going to take a long time. I don't have a time frame. It's within a week. I want to say that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I know. WeP3 will be back up, and remember, all the artists that you hear on, we got your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime and any other of our platforms, and any of the musicians we endorse and promote will be on WeP3 Radio. So hang in there, be there, check it out. It is some of my favorite listening. I'm not going to lie. I'm not selling a product. We get nothing. We get nothing for the radio station other than the joy of providing the music of those who we love dearly. And it's so here's the deal. It's not like mommies and daddies going to that recorder concert or that 7th grade band concert that you are like, oh my word, when is this thing over? These guys and gals are legit Nashville recording artists, and I don't understand why they're not on the radar. I don't understand it at all. Tony Turner was on earlier. Don't understand it. He's got some amazing. Mike, put that down. We don't get to do that right here.
I'm
koozie on that. We got no brand endorsement for that.
Cheers.
Unbelievable. And you're in a vehicle.
I told you. It's not. Stop it.
What do you think? What do you think our men in blue will think when they pull up on you and you down there freaking smoke? People don't call the cops on them. You don't even know where she's at. So
if they're here, then they're probably going to stop and have a beer. That's what I think.
Say, ma'am, put your stroller to the side. Put your stroller down.
Yes. Yes.
They don't want to do a suicide by cop because you're throwing your stroller at them. I know that's insensitive at this time, but that's
no. I was just thinking, like, why do you think I have a stroller? I'm confused.
You're at your
retirement. The walker thing. Yeah. Gotcha. With the tennis balls.
Right. You got the tennis balls.
Yeah. I could hurt somebody with that.
I know.
Get one.
coming
back
up.
to serious.
Yeah, back to seriousness. Coming up, speaking of Tony Turner, we will be down in Nashville on October 20th through the 25th. Yes, some stuff is finally panning out. I have a representative in Nashville that, rock stars are rock stars. And when they say they're going to do something, do not believe a word they say.
What?
Yes, they are, they might be busy doing something else, and it's fun. I enjoy it. But Bourbon Battle Buddies, what's up, brother? Seeing some TikToks coming from your way. I love it.
Right. So we've got Nashville in the works, right? Things are
I know
happen.
it's. I told him today. I said I'm calling you at 5:00, and he just said okay.
As long as you do your end of the deal, it'll happen.
So we're getting that all fixed up. So if you want to see something awesome, cool, we got Travis Partington here too. Happy Friday.
Hey,
Happy
Travis.
Red Friday. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
Did you mention this earlier? Because you were talking about the rock stars and the people. So if you don't even know, because I don't know, Travis, can you name some of our musicians that we've had on the show?
I'm on the spot.
Challenge.
Jeez.
But here's what I'm going to tell you. You can see 3 of them if you go watch the 6 hour and 53-minute video. I'm kidding. I did actually go to see, because I cut our videos up a lot for our podcast shows and stuff. And so I just went to see how much dead space, and then there really wasn't. Mark did a great job keeping up some conversation. The guys that were up on the stage stopped by now and again and filled it in. Actually, some of the guys, not just the singers, some of the backup. I'm trying to, Troy does not like to do this, but Tim, I think, was on the camera.
A little bit.
Chris might have gone through. Chris is kind of quiet, but I know I saw Shannon. I know I saw Scotty visiting with you guys. But if you want to catch that music, I'm going to put the challenge out there for you to go find the 2. This is what I was going to do this week, and I forgot to write it down. But I was going to write down the times when Shannon came on with You're Not Alone. And then how about Dear Mom? You want to silence a crowd of combat veteran motorcycle riders? Play a little You're Not Alone and then follow up with Dear Mom. Yeah.
Which is the letter that Shannon wrote to his mom if he never came back.
Yeah.
Because he was a corpsman and was out on the line, and those letters were right up in the pocket. And
yep.
And Corman knew where to find those letters, unfortunately. So sadly, Shannon had to deliver some of those letters himself as well. So, and so we hadn't gotten that far, but we are now. Even though that was the event that was longest away, I wanted to take time to thank those that were involved. It's not that I've done a horse crap job of thanking people. It's that, how do you thank people, A, who don't want to be thanked, and B, when thank you is not even close to being enough for the gratitude you have for the effort that they put in helping you.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of moving parts here, but let's go through this. First of all, I'd like to thank the Ride to Remember board and the organization for having the trust and faith in us to get the job done and do what we needed to do to bring the best show to Minnesota possible. Specifically, Mike and Rachel Felsky and Ryan Bromlin. Those are the ones that we interacted with the most. I know that there are more. I'm not leaving names out. I'm just saying.
Vanessa, there's a whole bunch more, right?
Right. I'd like to thank the WeP3 crew that got engaged and helped. Miss Eichmann, you were amazing. I always say this, you are the glue that holds this whole thing together. Miss Tammy Schroeder and Dan Hudson, who's come to us through Operation Check 6, and we'll hear more about him here in a second. the families of those that we are working with. Mr. Dave Eichmann, I cannot thank you enough for. The guy drove from Minneapolis with two of the band members from the Minneapolis airport at 9 o'clock at night. 3 hour drive out, 3 hour drive back because he had other responsibilities. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Corey, my wife, my sister Jeannie, both there making sure that the musicians had the food they needed, the water they needed, the honey they needed, the you name it, they were there. And then Corey ended up getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning in Granite Falls and transitioning one of our musicians into the airport so he could be on a 6 o'clock flight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To our sound manager, Dave Hudson, who came and had $1.5 billion not knowing what was going to go on, and he did it as a professional. Thank you, Dave, for all the amazingness that you did. Our artist, Scotty Hastings, love having you here, brother. Love your brain. Love where we're going. Shannon Book and Deliberately Broken. First of all, Shannon, thank you for organizing that crew and taking care of them. But I would be remiss if I did not mention each one of these band members individually because of the compassion, the commitment, the newfound knowledge and understanding of why we do this. We got Tim Gibson. If you haven't heard him shred the guitar, it's the bass. You haven't heard it. Troy Barnes, amazing drummer, combat vet. Christopher Harper, he's the shredder on the 6 stringer. And then I'm going to have to say we have an all-star. There's an all-star for the entire trip. Found out last minute, jumped on board, made sure the band was safe in their entire travels, kind of was the boss, the tour boss at one point, and then jumped in other areas when he needed to. I do have to mention Mr. Doug McKinney and all the efforts that he did. JT and the Gunslingers showing up and doing their thing. I'm not, wait till we get some of these pictures out there that the crowd got into them at the end. There might have been a little bit of happy juice engaged more so at the end. And then what an amazing blessing. I don't mean to take anything away from R2R, but the content that the People's Patriot Project was able to bring to the event on top of supporting them just because of connections and relationships. Eric O., I say O because I don't like saying his name. It's offensive to people. It's only offensive to Eric because I can't say his damn name. Oleg Schlager. I said it. There you go.
It is. Boom. There it is. Someone said happy juice.
Did someone say happy juice? Yes. Erico, if you haven't heard the Chado story, it's a heartbreaker. And Eric chose to spend his late son's birthday with us. And we made sure he celebrates that birthday because he doesn't get to celebrate his life. And we made sure that it was a celebration worth having and to the best of our ability. And, the best celebration would be have Chad here, but it's not possible. And we lift Eric and the Chado Foundation up. And
any of you who got in on ice cream cake and or possibly a whiskey shot, that's why they were there. That's why those pieces were included, and you're welcome. That cake, I got 2 cakes, so there was plenty to go around. Those are in celebration of Chado. So every year that's what Eric has on his birthday, and we made sure it happened this year. And there was some extras, so we share,
and people enjoyed it. And one of my most I want to talk about an event yet because we still have time, but it's weird to say thank you to this guy, but he did have a play in this, and we just recently had Tom McKenna of every third Saturday on our show, and he made arrangements. And the founder of Operation Check Six, who is our one and only Dan Hudson, because they do Guitars for Heroes, donated a guitar to every third Saturday event. But they also have a partner organization called Warriors Path, when we've got to meet and introduce ourselves to John Ingfer, who has just been a rock star in this last week in making connections. And we presented every third Saturday with a guitar made by, when I say we, he'll get mad if I say him, but it's we, but the Operation Check Six and Dan Hudson. And so then we thank the Check Six Foundation, because that's the crew that we're going to see next week, and they're excited and they're insisting on bringing dessert. And then Gary Smith, and I got to back that up a little bit because I got to thank Bobby Withrow for connecting us with Gary Smith, who got us the transportation to get everyone up here into Minnesota safely and taken care of. Oh my gosh. And I'm confident I probably did miss out on somebody. And if you're watching our live feed right now, it looks like Andrea is taking a nap on the screen and is now gone. And that's okay too. But some amazing look. Speaking of the devil, the man, the myth, the legend, Eric Oleg Schlager. Love you, brother. So that's what we did. We got a show coming up this week. We got your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Again, we already know that we have Sean Lowry coming and join us. We'll try and get some music. It's not set up yet, but we'll try and get some. Remember, we got an event August 27th next week here in Minnesota, up in the Detroit Lakes area. October, we're going to be down in Nashville. We are moving, shaking, and breaking every single day, and we appreciate all the support and all that you come and watch and take care of us. We can't get done what we do without all of you in our camp. So with that said, Patriot Pride, we'll see you on the other side.